Jeff Nippard was just assaulted in a public gym. So why on earth would somebody do this unprovoked, thrusting his hand into his throat and throwing him to the ground, launching him like, looks what, 15, 20 feet at least, in front of a camera nonetheless? Well, let's actually take a look at what led up to this. Then we're going to take a look at some updates from comments on Jeff Nippard's Instagram.
We all know the science-based guys. The science guys really need to answer this question before anything. Why is it that you remain so mediocre, yet you know so much?
I know I don't need to respond to this, but since he asked, using science-based training, I won Natural Bodybuilding Nationals. I earned my pro card on the most competitive stage in the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. I placed second in my first bodybuilding pro show, and while doing this, I set the Canadian record on the bench press, and I set a provincial record on the squat. I currently weigh 180 pounds at 5 foot 5 inches tall, which is pretty close to my natural limit given my height and my genetics. That's all besides the point though, because facts are facts. Information is either right or wrong. It doesn't matter who that information is coming from. If the people with the best physiques had the most knowledge, why would CBum need a coach? He has the best physique on the planet. Who could possibly know more than him? Well, it's pretty obvious that bodybuilding success comes from great genetics and really hard training. And if you want to make it in the IFBB, steroid use. I like science because it gives me more confidence in what actually works and what doesn't, because it isolates variables. If you trust a big guy's advice over scientific studies, that doesn't bother me. I listen to what big guys have to say too.
Jeff put together a very well-presented explanation for why he trains the way he trains without any real negativity to other people's perspectives. He even said, even though he doesn't agree with other people's perspectives, he still takes what they say and what they think as something of value and decides if he can apply that to his training. At least that's what I got from what he was saying. So it was a very respectful and well put together response. So why did he get throat punched and put in the hospital? Now let's take a quick look at Jeff Nippard's Instagram. You can see he's there about to get a CT scan. He says, if you've seen the video by now, I want to clarify the incident. Mike Van Wyck jabbed me in the throat twice in the middle of the gym and then shoved my cameraman. There's already a lie going around that Mike asked me to stay away from him and that I didn't listen and approached him first. This is false, and Pure Muscle and Fitness has security footage to prove it. I think they should release it. This is exactly what happened. I was filming bicep curls for a YouTube short. Mike brushed by me and said, "Sup." This was our first engagement that day. I chuckled. Mike said, "Oh, things are about to get real funny," as he walked past me. Then I asked him, "What did you mean by that?" and made sure my cameraman was filming in case he tried any funny business. Then he walked back towards me and said, "Turn the camera off," and immediately jabbed me in the throat and I fell onto the floor. Pure Muscle and Fitness allows filming, by the way. I stood back up and he told me never to talk about him ever again. Then he jabbed me in the throat a second time. Then he turned to my videographer and pushed him against the cable machine. Then he walked away. That's the full story, and there is gym security footage to prove it. It's up to the gym if they want to release it. As of now, Pure Muscle and Fitness is still allowing Mike to train clients at the gym. And then he goes on to say a thank you to the community for all the support, as well as express his confusion for why the disagreement of opinions on science-based training would push him to do something so drastic and ridiculous. And then here's a couple updated comments from his Instagram. He said, update, they finally banned Mike Van Wyck from their gym. And another comment saying they witnessed the entire encounter and couldn't believe what they were seeing. The entire situation was incredibly aggressive and so uncalled for. There was another comment by BioLane saying, imagine being so unhinged you could physically be violent to somebody over a video about training style. Again, really messed up. And then another comment saying that they have seen the security footage and witnessed what happened, and it was exactly as Jeff described. So crazy situation. I'm really curious to see how it unfolds, if Mike is ever going to comment or apologize or make a statement, but I really hope that Jeff's okay. It sounds like he's going to be, but you never know. There could always be some residual effects or damage, and you want to make sure that he comes out with a full recovery despite being okay and otherwise well. But yeah, I'm just mind blown by the situation, and I just hope that this ridiculous freak incident doesn't have any lasting long-term effects for Jeff and he has a quick and full recovery.